y'all had just cleared this room, and Barut had laid his hands on that had been covered up in some rags and stuff on a pedestal in this frozen room. Y'all had kind of grouped up underneath the statue and were going to rest, and we kind of stopped right there, and so we just kind of did a quick ending. But I need to know specifically, I guess now, what type of rest are we doing first off?
What do you guys want to do?
I mean, I don't know what our time crunch is, but isn't it like 11 o'clock in the morning? Can we just come here and go to sleep? I don't know. We get lagged, I guess.
Well, if we take a short rest, I mean, how long does it take to attune to a weapon?
A short rest.
All right, because I'll definitely attune to that Holy Avenger.
Yeah. I mean, with a short rest, we could roll hit dice, and I could get some spell slots back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I need to hit dice. That's for sure. I could use a hit dice.
I think it's too soon to try to go a long rest, but it's
Yeah.
All right, so y'all are going to settle in for a short rest, but before we do that, so obviously you're going to spend at least an hour, however long more than that you need. But I need to know, are y'all using this tent? Your tiny hut?
Yeah, I guess it'll take another 10 minutes to kind of cast it beforehand.
Well, before you cast it, what are you going to do with Ares?
He'll be in the hut.
No, he can't get in the hut.
Come on.
Why not? Why not?
Because he's a large creature. If a large creature tries to come in, it cancels the hut. It doesn't work.
Ares will be on watch.
Oh, that's true. 9 creatures of medium size or smaller.
Well,
Ares gets to sit out.
yeah.
All right. That's why I want to, I guess, let Mark know that in case something happens.
Tell him to stick by the hut.
I mean, we're not like sleeping, right? We're just short resting.
Oh, yeah, we're just resting.
I mean, you can rush out of the hut and help out, huh?
Yeah, I don't imagine we're actually sleeping.
All right. No, y'all aren't sleeping. Like I said, I just specifically, I know that the hut protects you from lots of different stuff. And so I wanted to make sure that Ares was where I don't want to, again, assume. It's kind of hard to dictate with Ares when the handler is not here. And Krusty and Gary, y'all left them on out on patrol.
they're just hanging out around the hut, just walking around like zombies do.
All right, so
Go ahead.
as y'all are resting, I was rolling on a chart here. As y'all are resting and just kind of hanging out, you're going to notice. We'll say who knows. Everybody roll perception.
Yeah, I do have advantage on that.
All right. As y'all are kind of sitting around, hanging out in the tiny hut, Grim, Jack, and Barron are going to be have their attention drawn. They are going to see these. The first one is the one that is going to really catch you off guard. You're going to see almost like a pulse or a disturbance in the force, I guess you'd say, kind of shoot from the ceiling to this area right here.
I don't think we're on the same map you are.
Yeah, I'm not on
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Title screen or whatever.
That's right. I forgot to drag y'all back to the. Are y'all there now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, thank you. As y'all are in the hut, like I said, Grim, Jack, and Barron are going to notice this almost kind of like sonic wave, this pulse, this beam kind of shoot from the ceiling. You're just barely able to see it, and it's going to hit over here. It's going to catch your corner of your eye, and it's going to strike Gary. Okay, and when it hits Gary, it is going to cause him to disintegrate into a pile of ash.
That's about right.
I assume we're all awake and well, we didn't all see this happening.
Yeah, so the three of y'all are going to see that, and I guess upon seeing that, one of the three that saw it is going to.
Yeah, I'll just wake him up and be like, dude, something's making people disappear outside. And by people, I mean like our undead friends.
Why would it not be in the hut, yo?
Are you going to take any actions, or are you going to sit tight in the hut?
I'm gonna hang out in the hut.
Well, I'll step out and look. I'll step out and look up, see what happens.
All right. So as you do that,
I'm gonna poke my head out and cast invisibility on Ares.
okay. Jack will.
Well, I'll if he's gonna poke his head, I'll poke my head out and tell I guess the last one, Patrick. I guess it's Patrick.
Krusty.
Get it at Krusty. If you want to live, get in the hut.
Okay. All right.
I mean, if you want to undead still, get in the hut.
All right. So as you do that, Ares will pop out of vision. Oh, there we go. Where's that little thing? We'll do something cool that looks like invisible. I don't know. Oh, yeah, there we go. Ninja. And Krusty is going to come into the hut with you guys. As soon as Jack pokes his head back into the tiny hut, the moment that he does that, you will see a similar pulse come straight at the hut and strike it, but with no effect.
Hey guys, that thing's in the room with us, huh?
And then a few more moments will pass. You will see another pulse that will strike it again. And nothing will happen. The tiny hut will repel it. And then there will be silence.
I'll just say, so what about that long rest?
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get through a short rest, personally.
Can I like make a perception check or something to see if I can see where the beams were coming from?
Yes.
Hey, and I do have advantage on perception checks.
All right.
I did not see anything. Never mind.
Drew was too busy fawning over his new sword.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if we're gonna try to rest, I'm gonna try to attune to this sword.
I mean, that's a DM question. Did we get a short rest or no?
Yeah. And y'all can continue to rest. Like I said, that was y'all have taken that those actions, and again now it's silent. So if y'all want to continue to try to get your short rest in, that's fine.
So it's been less than an hour?
Yeah, I mean y'all were maybe 20 minutes into it when that happened.
I rolled
I'm
one.
gonna get a glass of water real quick. I'll be right back.
By the way.
Jeez.
Right. Oh, how do you roll multiple dice at the same time? For hit dice. You just do it manually?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Do you get to add your con modifier to them?
Yeah, each roll.
Oh, do you? Okay, that changes everything.
On an unrelated note, has anyone ever had these before?
No, I saw
Yeah.
them.
Dude, they're awesome.
It's been a while, but I've had some. Not a whole box of them, but I've had.
Jeez, I've rolled 3 1s.
You can burn through all your hit dice.
I'm about to. Jeez.
So it's a con for every roll. So
Yeah.
Right.
all right, I'm back to full then.
All right, so did I attune to the sword?
Yeah, you've had time. Like I said, y'all are that interruption was about 20 minutes into it. Y'all have continued to hang out in the tent. So yeah,
All right, cool. Well, then in that case, there's a second aura.
That happened.
Nice. That's good.
So I get 4 slots back.
all right. So y'all have it's been a little more than an hour now because, like I said, after the interruption, things have kind of settled down. And with that, you let me know.
All right, Krusty, get out of the hut, Krusty.
The zombie stinks there, Grim.
Hey, what's the noise? I'm getting some terrible feedback.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I hadn't gotten any feedback.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm gonna go and check for Ares, see if I can find. I'm gonna step out of the hut and just start calling for Ares. But Ares, where are you? Where are you, boy?
You'll feel it. It'll catch you off guard, but you'll feel him kind of come up and rub up against you. It is. I mean, he's pretty large, so it's almost to your shoulder. But yeah, he's.
Yeah. Then I was like, all right, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Since I'm sitting in the hut and we're sitting here not doing much, I'm going to take another. No, wait, never mind. That takes the whole hour. Okay, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, it's kind of a long rest type deal.
Yeah. All right, never mind.
Okay.
Moving on.
Well, guys, I'm feeling a lot better now after that short little rest.
I was muted. Everybody gets an extra 1d6 hit points from my Song of Rest while we're in there.
Oh, nice.
That would have been important. Yeah, I'm glad you realized you were.
Yeah.
And another 1. That's crazy. How many 1s I've rolled?
Get them out of the way now.
Yeah, that's right. It's great that we're going to have to forget.
All I'm saying is, if we run into like a big bad tonight, I better be rolling nat 20s left and right.
Well, I think we better all be. All right, boys. Where to from here? Was there another door to this room or just the one room door?
It was just the one door in. Y'all had kind of walked down the hall, checking the different doors, and had crossed into the threshold of this room, taken out the whites and a couple undead that were in here, and found the sword. And so that's kind of what was here.
They were going out and down. I think
Alright.
the only place we can go is down or back up and then over and down. So
Yeah, I think that you're right.
All right. So yeah, y'all were
Yeah.
camping right about here, and y'all, Carric, prior to the rest, had gone out here, back out here, and rechecked all these doors. He And so y'all make your way down the stone hall.
Hey, while we're walking, I just want to keep my eyes up on the ceiling.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception roll that we'll kind of use as your standard.
All right, that's a 17.
Okay, all right. So Drew is going to volunteer to kind of be the lookout while everybody's kind of watching all the angles and behind you. Drew's going to keep his eyes above anytime y'all pass one of those hollowed out holes in the ceiling. And it'll be an uneventful trip down this stone hallway, and you'll find yourself back in this larger room that has the stairway that heads back up to the level above. And you will also, I think Barron had previously scouted it out this hallway and climbed under here and obtained that. So your only point of egress at this point that you haven't been to is through this door.
I'll investigate the door
All right, roll investigation for
since I'm the investigator, apparently.
Well, you could always roll for Ivor if you want to.
We have the exact same stats on investigation.
Oh, okay, good deal. Barron is going to reach out and run his hand along the door very gently, taking a look at each portion of the door before he touches it, taking a close look. At this point, you have not seen anything on this door that causes you concern.
Looks good. Let's open it.
All right, Barron's going to open the door, and you're going to be faced again. You're going to kind of describe back to Carric, who's a little bit behind you, what you see. Carric is going to give you a nod, letting you know that thus far it seems to match the blueprints or the sketch. I don't want to use the word blueprints; that sounds official. It's more of a sketch that an artist rendered, but it seems to match thus far what he's got in his hand. And Barron, you're going to see a very, very long, dark staircase that leads straight down.
Okay. I'll just tell everybody.
Okay.
Stairs go down, and they're dark.
There is, it's not particularly narrow. It's wide enough for everybody to go down. You do notice that these globes that have been recessed in all of the walls and all the rooms, they are still present, but they're a little bit more sporadically placed out or spaced out. So again, you having dark vision, I think everyone has it at this point, but it's not you're not gonna be drenched in darkness, but you do notice that it's a little bit lower ambient light than what you're used to.
Are any of the globes that we lit up in the first place here, or they're just?
They're still lit up. Yeah, everything is still lit up. They're just more sporadically spaced.
Okay.
Not quite as bright going down these stairs.
Well,
You do notice that while still warm, obviously with hot air rising and the heat first starting up where you activated the lights and the heat, things are getting a little bit cooler, but nothing that's going to cause you discomfort, but it's just something that you do notice as you travel down the stairs.
I'll do some more investigation if nobody else has.
I mean, I'm a hero.
I'm a +2, I guess.
I'll look around.
My passive perception is a 19 though.
Yeah, right. So that's better than anything I'm gonna roll.
All right. So Grim is going to tap Barron on the shoulder and say, "Hey, let me kind of take point on this." As he listens for any sounds or other things that might kind of alert him to dangers. I've got, let's see here, right here. I'll go ahead and do it. I don't know if you've got control, so I'll do it for you. Let's see here. Where is he at? All right. Aries is kind of going along with you, Grim, right out in front of Ivor.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call Krabby or Krusty over here and say, go down those goddamn stairs and meet me at the bottom.
Okay. He is going to follow your instructions. Y'all will follow several paces behind him, so that
A good 15 feet.
15 feet, okay. 15 feet behind him, and it'll be you and Ares, again, between y'all's passive perception and his advantage on sight and smell. You do not sense anything or perceive anything that appears to be wrong thus far. You'll watch as Krusty continues to walk down these stairs. As you reach near the bottom, again, he'll be in the lead. You will see him kind of walk, and let's see, where is he at? All right.
No.
As he walks, you will notice that he completely, you'll hear a and he'll disappear from sight. He didn't like disintegrate or anything like that. It seems like he just fell through the floor. And it was right
That
at
was
the
about 15 feet in front of us.
Yeah, y'all are reaching. Y'all are about right here, and he disappeared right at the foot of the stairs.
Oops.
I'm gonna walk up to the ever so gently walk up to the edge and look and see if there's a hole there that my good buddy just went through.
Okay. You will, Grim will very carefully go ahead and make a dex check, a dexterity check, not a save,
Check.
just a standard check.
Ooh, let's see. That's not under skills. That's just
Yeah, just a, okay. You have no problem with your low center of gravity making it to the bottom of the stairs very quickly. As you approach that last step, you will find what used to be a door. There's no longer a door there, but there is, again, the stone arch that opens up into a room very similar to what Carric has described to you that you should be coming up on. And as you reach that area, you will see that there's a pretty significant difference in what Carric has described you should see and what now lays before you. You see a large room that matches the dimensions as best as you can tell as this room. However, the floor is completely gone with as many times as apparently this structure changed hands. Someone has decided to fashion a room to kind of keep people from making it to the lower levels. The entire flooring is gone. You'll see that there is an extremely large spiked pit that encompasses the entire room with a very large number of beams that kind of make crisscross patterns across it leading to the other side.
I'm gonna turn around, look back, and go, Carric, get your ass up here. Your map sucks.
I mean, what? There should be a room right there. I think there's gonna there's gonna be some chests in the corner.
Wizard boy.
So
And the whole floor is gone, you said?
yeah, as you kind of again walk up to it, you will notice that the entire flooring is gone. The whole group will kind of walk up to the door to see what Grim is referring to. This is what you will see. Okay, why did it not go?
Oh boy. Hey guys, should we be worried about the size of that skull right there?
I think it's just,
I mean, I did see a 6-foot hand.
It's probably like an Easter Island statue. That's nothing to worry about.
I mean, that little.
I think it's forced perspective. I think since the tips of these spikes look so small here, it looks really big down there.
Okay, then.
Well, but there are beams across that we can.
Yeah,
So
someone
it's-
has, despite the spike trap in the wide expanse, there appears to be a large system of beams that kind of crisscross in no discernible pattern, but they're fastened to each other and to the walls. There appears to be no ledge except for the door in which you now step out on. And you are able to see that it does appear to, at least as far as your vision can see, stretch across the entire room.
Who has the worst dexterity here?
I'm gonna probably raise my hand.
I'm gonna sing Graham a song of inspiration.
What's your dex?
0 modifier.
Yeah, mine's a -1.
I'm gonna sing Barron the song of inspiration.
Hey, so hold on.
All right, guys. Well, so I mean, according to the map, I'll kind of point on this side, be like, there should be a room up here.
Hey,
Go down over here.
real quick before we step out on these beams, I want to take the rope that I got and I'm going to tie it around my waist and tie a very, very short length around, like, that I can kind of a loose deals that I can just slide with me along the beam.
Yep. I'm gonna do the same with the climber
Kind of like a
kit.
safety harness deal.
I'm looking that up real fast.
Don't we have an immovable rod?
No.
Rolling.
Freaking our demon.
Roland has that.
Oh,
Can we tell how far down it is to the spikes?
Yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check. Okay. The pit is approximately 50 feet deep.
Oh, boy.
50 feet. So is there any chance Krusty's still down there? Alive?
No, there is no chance that Krusty is alive.
Okay, so no rescue mission for Krusty. Okay.
We'll just get more. I'm sure we'll see no more zombies.
But he was one of my first.
One of the first. She'll always remember.
He'd still be with you had he succeeded on his death.
Yeah, he's a shambling mound of bones. I don't think he's gonna survive that.
Yeah, he had a -1, I think. Yeah.
All right, boys. Who's first?
Drew, how confident you're tied to this thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to tie around my waist and tie a short leash around that beam, but one that I can kind of slide with me. So it's not like so tight I can't drag the rope with me.
Yeah.
Hey, here's what
I'm gonna.
Yes.
I mean, I'll either follow him or use this climber's kit and start climbing.
Now, what do the walls look like?
The walls, they are chiseled rock. It's sheer up down to the bottom of the pit and sheer up. I mean, there are no, like I said, there's no ledges except for where the doorway is. There's nothing that you're able to shimmy along with your back up against the wall.
I'm gonna take my 50 feet of rope and tie it to Darut.
All right, so Draut is tied his loosely to the beam that he's walking on, and you've tied your rope to Draut, right?
Yes, and I'm going to cast this on myself and take Cat's Grace.
Nice.
Okay.
nice. Hey,
All right.
here's what I was,
Barry, I saw you throw out the climber's kit. Are you tying something?
Well, that was going to be a question. I mean, with Carric asking about what the walls look like, I mean, I can either start hammering those pittons in and climbing on the walls, or I can do the same thing Draut's doing, but with the harness, so I won't fall.
I figure with me tied to the root, we have 100 feet of movement between the two of us. I can move 50 feet away from you.
I mean,
how wide are these beams?
Yeah, I guess, since we're just kind of sitting here, what is the room lit? Is this room lit?
It's again lit similarly to all the others. Your standard vision. It's the globes that are spaced apart. I mean, it's low light, but you can see. And as far as the beams are roughly about 2 feet wide. So it's only it's like single file here, not 3 or 4 at a time.
All right. Who's first?
I'll scamper past Draut and get in on the other side of him, and I'll go first and let him be behind me since I'm tied to him and he's tied to the pole. I'll go first.
All right, so you're going to go first.
Mhm.
All right, we'll put you right there. We're going to go ahead and get you out of Aries' way so I can see you. All right. So Grim is going to start very carefully moving across the first beam. As you do so, I need for you, obviously, to make a acrobatics check for balancing.
Acrobatics is dex based. I have advantage.
Yeah, it's dex based.
19.
Okay. All right. Grim is going to be able to successfully navigate quite a few feet
Well, and I'll start walking behind him since we're tied together.
on this. And as he approaches this first area, which beam do you want to continue straight or head up at a 45-degree angle?
I'm going to go to a 45 so I don't get pushed against a dead end on, you don't ever put your, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go to 45. I don't want to have multiple options here.
All right. As you reach right about here, do you want to continue past that or do you want to now head?
I'm going to keep heading towards the middle.
All right, so we're going to say you get about right there so that we can handle everybody. All right, so Draut's following behind you. I guess you can move your token as well. There you go.
Yeah. I was just saying, because we're tied together, I'm trying to stay close to him.
Right.
I only have 35 feet of movement, so I can't outrun the road. So.
All right. And who is following Draut? Oh, Draut, go ahead, and I need you to make an acrobatics check.
I should give you cat's grace.
Yeah.
All right. So as you are trying to follow behind Grim, for whatever particular reason, you're having a difficult time focusing, keeping your concentration.
I got distracted by all the spikes.
All the strikes, and you're going to slip, and you're going to begin to fall. I need you to make a dex save now. You got to beat a 15.
Uh-oh.
All right. So
Tied up.
he is going to be unable when he slips and loses his footing. He's going to be unable to catch the beam, and he is going to fall. And as he does, it is going to yank the rope that Grim is attached to. Grim, I'm going to need you to make a couple of checks for me. I need you to first make a acrobatics check to see if you're able to keep your balance. Same thing at 15.
18.
All right, you got that. And then now I need you to make a strength check.
Not my strength. Nine.
Okay. As you were able to keep your balance, he does not pull you in. However, his weight and the speed at which he's falling, you're unable to keep a hand on the rope and stop his descent. So it is going to drop the. How long is this rope?
Well, technically it's 50 feet, but I was trying to tie it shorter than that.
Okay.
It wouldn't fall the full 50
Well,
feet.
yeah, you've got you're about 15 feet behind him, and then it is right around this crossbar. So you're not going to hit the spikes. You're going to be maybe about 10 feet above the spikes, but you are now you've hit the limit of the rope, and you are now hanging and dangling. And as you do this, who was following behind you? Because the group is going to see this as y'all are beginning to file out onto the thing.
Guys, this is going about as expected for me.
Is Draut already fallen down?
He's hanging from the post, and I'm tied to him.
And Grim is trying to maintain his balance, but as we do this, I'll have him make another check in a moment. But who is following Draut out there, or is?
I was going to use my rope and harness to do the same thing they're doing. Go ahead and head out towards Draut.
All right. Bearing, seeing all that's transpired as y'all kind of one by one file out there, you're going to, I assume, move out there post haste to attempt to help. Same as the two of them, I'm going to need you to make an acrobatics check to make sure you maintain your balance.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any type of advantage? The 15 is what you got to.
No, I don't have any of it.
Okay.
You have inspiration.
Do I? Oh yeah, I do.
Okay. Well,
Give me inspiration.
you feel yourself losing your footing
Is
and
that a D8?
your equilibrium
It's a
taking
D10.
you over to the
No,
left.
it's a D8. It's a D8.
And you realize that if there's any inspiration left in you, you decide whether you want to use it before you fall off the beam.
Let me make sure it's a D8. It might be.
So
It's a
that's a
D10,
16.
Chris.
Do what?
Are we,
It's a D10.
are we really about to be?
No, it's a D8. I get a D10. No, it is a D10. Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah.
I passed it.
Either way, all he needed was a 1.
Yep.
All right. So just as you feel like all hope is lost and you're about to careen off the side of this, you are going to somehow get some inner balance to your force, and you will maintain your footing, and you will be able to successfully move out there to where Draut is hanging. And as you do that with someone, is everyone else hanging back to see this fiasco unfold, or are other people following Barron out to help?
Yeah, I'm hanging out.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna move you down a little bit now that there's some space. Jack, what are you gonna be doing?
I'll start making my way out to help.
Okay. You'll follow, and same as them. If you'll make a acrobatics check for me, and it's 15 or better. Oh yeah. Jack is laughing at everybody, and he starts doing cartwheels over the beam. And you'll come up behind Barron, and we'll say Ivor's gonna kind of watch y'all six at the moment. I assume that's Barron. I'll let you make the call for him. I don't want to make it as the DM. What do you want Ivor to do? Come in, start hanging back with Carric.
He didn't have a choice. He's gonna have to walk, unless he has something that I don't know about.
All right, so Ivor will come out. Do you need me to roll his dex, or you've got his sheet up?
I have a sheet up.
All right.
Let's see. Acrobatics.
Yes, 15 or better. All right. Ivor follows Jack's lead and has no problems getting out on the beam. We gotta do it. So let's see here. I don't know why that rolled is me. That should have been Aries.
It's gonna say you either way.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that was Aries roll. I clicked on his character sheet. That was
Yeah.
Aries.
Every time I roll for Ivor, it rolls under my name.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, Aries, no problem. He's able to kind of follow his master out, and Carric is going to be kind of bringing up there, watching this to see if he has to do anything to aid the group. We'll switch back to Barron, Draut, and Grim. We've got Draut hanging like a pendulum down about 10 feet above the spikes. What are y'all going to do?
I'll try to help pull him up.
Grab the rope and pull, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm standing right there.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead.
Would I be allowed to come back and help, or are we in
No,
order?
Any because of your previous strength check, any movement toward him is going to lower him.
Yeah, I can do this.
Okay.
At this point, at this point, Grim's the anchor. So Barron is going to attempt to pull up.
Is that strength?
I'm gonna let you walk by, because Jack, you said you're gonna help him too.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all are gonna get on each side of the rope of where Draut's hanging down, and if y'all both make strength checks for me.
Strength checks. What was that?
Just click on your strength deal.
Oh yeah. Perfect. So the bard is going to be Baron are going to work together on pulling Draut up. Despite him kicking and screaming like a little girl, y'all are able to get the half-orc back up to the beam, and he will. That crisis will be averted. So now y'all are kind of all back composed. Baron is now kind of in between Grim and Draut. So I assume you'll kind of be just holding their rope a little along your waist so that you don't get tangled up in it with your feet.
I guess, I don't know.
I will thank them profusely. And then I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna cast Bless on me, Grim, and Baron. Yeah, on me, Grim, and Baron.
All right. So at this point, Grim has still got his the lead. So I guess you kind of move your token where you want to go.
I want to keep going along this beam.
All right.
Towards the middle. Can we tell the condition of these beams?
Make an investigations check for me. At this point, there's not been anything that you've seen that would make you fear that these beams would not be able to support your weight.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna move as far as you'll let me.
All right. I'm gonna say you're gonna make it up to this middle new area where it would be several beams going in different directions. All right. And Baron, are you gonna follow him?
Yeah.
All right. Y'all are gonna get there. And I assume Draut's going to follow.
Yeah.
Jack, are you going to follow?
Yep, I'm going to follow too.
All right. And we're going to, Ivor's already made his check. So he's going to follow. We're going to, get a little space. And Ares is going to follow his master, Carric. At this point, you're the only one that's kind of hanging back. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'll step out on the beam.
All right. Go ahead and make.
Before I step out on the beam, I'm going to reach into my component pouch, and I'm going to pull out a caterpillar cocoon.
Okay.
Fireball.
Decide to make you feel safe.
Oh,
Fireball.
Now's my chance.
Take out the whole party.
Yeah, that's right. Carric had the flashback to his dream when everyone fought one another, and he says, "This is it."
Yeah. So that's a 12 for acrobatics.
Okay. What did the cocoon do? Did that something with your roll or?
He was getting something ready.
Nothing yet. I'm preparing.
Okay. All right, gotcha. Here, well, with a 12.
And it's on. I'm preparing polymorph for when I fall off of this beam.
Okay, well, as you walked out, you just slipped. I need you to make a dex save.
Uh, 15.
Okay, that will just save, and you were able to catch your footing.
Whoa!
And you actually grab Ares' tail as you begin to slip, and he kind of looks back at you, but since you're a friend, he doesn't bare his teeth or anything like that. And so y'all. All right. So y'all are kind of making your way up here. Grim has made it to this cross section of beams. I'm sure most of you can see it. I'm not quite sure I can click on Carric. Let's see and see his vision.
I can barely see Grim.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was just checking your, you can just barely see Grim, and he's kind of held his hand up and stopped, and he's taking a survey of which direction to go. So Grim, which way are you going?
I'm going in this direction.
Okay. All right. Since we've reached the midway point of what you'd say the room is, as you head that direction, I am now going to need you to make another acrobatics check as you continue along these beams.
You also get an extra D4.
You said acrobatics is what we're rolling?
Yeah, acrobatics check. 15 or better.
Nice.
18
All right.
plus a D.
All right. No sweat there. You're going to reach this portion. Are you going to continue past or start moving at a 45-degree angle?
I want, Would that last previous investigation for the beam quality still apply here?
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, you have not seen anything that that makes you think that you need to hold up or that certain beams aren't safe.
Then yes, I'm going to quarter that 40. I'm going to go with that 45 and go that direction.
All right, this way.
That's right.
All right. So Barron, are you gonna follow him, or are you gonna head a different direction?
At what point would you? I mean, right now, I guess I'd be right where I'm at. So
Yeah, when you cross the area in which he's crossing, no matter what you do, you'll be making another check.
let's go ahead and do that.
All right.
That's the acrobatics or what?
Yeah, acrobatics.
And I'm blessed, correct?
Yeah, you are blessed. You get to add a D4.
Sweet.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, you don't need to roll the d4. You pass. So you're able to maintain your footing as you continue this long trek across these narrow beams. Which direction are you going?
Hell, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd follow Grim, whichever way he's going.
I'd probably just yell back to him and say, "Hey, I can see a platform on the other side." I mean, it looks like stable ground.
I said it looked like safe ground.
The map also looked like a solid floor in this room too.
Right. Yeah, so
Right,
I'll
so
follow
you're-
Grim. I mean,
you're
that's
gonna-
only that's what I would do. I mean,
Okay.
that's what Barron would do anyway.
All right. And Drew, are you going to follow suit?
Yeah, I'm tied to Grim.
Oh yeah, that's right. So as they move up, you'll pass the same area. Go ahead and make your check for me.
Uh-oh. It's never good when the DM rolls random 20s.
Oh, my bad. I clicked it twice.
Well, I'd like to use the second one, but the first one.
Even with the D4, I don't think that's still not going to help me.
No.
All right, Drew is having a time. So Drew is going to be following behind Barron, trying to keep up with Barron and Grimm, and he is going to lose his footing yet again. I need you to make a Dex save.
Hey,
All right, you will just keep your footing. Obviously, you'll kind of look back and say, "Whew, sorry guys, I'll get the next one."
No, you won't.
Almost did it again, guys. Man.
And so, as Jack is following you, I need everybody to roll perception.
oh boy.
Yeah.
Are we still blessed on this?
Yeah, you're still blessed.
I'll roll +4. Didn't help much, but.
Hey,
11.
actually, you can't use it on a skill check.
Okay.
Let's see.
It's only on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
Oh, no. My bad. I keep hitting all that. I don't know why that popped up all of a sudden.
Counter form. Woo.
All right.
So
yeah.
Barron had a 9. Ivor had a 12.
All right.
I had 20.
All right. So as Grimm kind of turns around, watching, trying to make sure everybody kind of makes it safely to his location, he's going to see Barron safely following him. He's going to see Draut almost falling into the pit again. And then as Jack is following behind, you're going to see another one of those just random, pulses shoot through from above. And Jack, I need you to make a strength save. It's got to be
Oh, boy.
18 or better.
Ugh.
An 18 or better?
Yeah.
No, you might as well just chuck it.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
Oh, you're blessed though. That's a save throw.
I'm not blessed. I didn't catch it.
Oh,
Yeah, it was me, you, and Barron.
All right. As you are making your way, this pulse is going to hit you.
Is he within range of me?
Hmm?
Of my aura? Is he within range of my aura? Oh, it wouldn't matter, I guess. That'd only be 17. Never mind.
So as you are doing that, you are going to be flung 30 feet
Whoa.
Dang.
off the beam and into the pit. And I will give anybody that wants to make not Jack, because this is going to catch him completely off guard, but if there's anything anybody wants to do quickly, I'll give you the opportunity to react.
All right, so just for clarification, on the ropes, I tied my own rope from me to the beam, and then there's also the rope from me to Grim, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I want to untie the rope tethering me and Grim, and then swan dive off.
Well, I mean, hang on. I should get a little bit of reaction while I'm falling, huh?
Okay.
Well, you are not going to be able to do that.
What, me or Jack?
Jack.
Okay.
You are, in fact, Jack, you feel as though you are gripped.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I want to untie the rope, and if he's down in the pit, I'm going down.
Is he in the pit now? Or is
He's been flung 30 feet.
So, to be clear, Drew, you're diving 50 feet into a spiked pit.
Well, I can see there's no spike beneath me, right?
Oh, no. There's spikes below you. If you jump down, unless you've got some other,
okay.
you're going to hit.
You held down your rope.
Okay, never mind then.
I'm assuming that the rope is still tied to you.
All right. Well, I'm smart enough that I'm not going to dive headfirst into a spike.
Is that in it like 10 for every 10 feet or something like that? Something crazy?
for falling?
So, like I said, Jack is going to be like just propel off this, but at the same time, as he's in the grip of something. So he's having not been able to maintain the strength check. If anyone else is going to do anything, now would be the time. Otherwise, we will proceed.
I don't have anything that can get you there.
I'm just going to think about how I should have had Featherfall prepared at all times.
Yeah.
Wait, so is he falling?
Oh yeah.
I'm falling and I'm gripped? Or am I
Yeah.
getting pushed and carried down there?
I mean, so did I see him get flung? I mean, if I saw him get flung off the wall, I guess I would squeeze my cocoon and turn into a giant
I
eagle.
think, correct me if I'm wrong, and I may have missed it, but what was your perception roll when that happened? Was it a 9?
It was 13 or 12. 13.
We'll say you saw it, yeah.
I mean, yeah, then I guess I would, if you'll let me turn myself, I will swan dive off of the beam, but I will also turn into a giant eagle as I'm falling.
Okay.
And I'll try and catch Jack.
All right. Carric back here will swoop down, or he'll dive off and take the form of, you said an eagle?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the eagle's speed?
It's like 6.
Hold on, it's a lot.
Yeah. It's like 16.
My speed is 80.
What is it?
80. My speed of 80.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say just at the moment that over here, just at the moment that before Jack turned into Jack Kebab, Carric is able to grab. We won't say you had time to get underneath him. We'll say that you grabbed Jack by the back of the head.
I get an ankle right as the spike comes right for his neck.
Yeah. And so he'll grab him, and you will. I don't think he weighs too much. So what is the strength of of an eagle?
16.
Okay, we'll say that he's able to keep him from hitting the spikes and kind of hold him. You're flapping kind of in place, and you have saved him from becoming a jack kebab. So the eagle kind of hovering there is going to try to bring him up. I need now the eagle to actually make a successful strength check to rise with all this extra weight. You've managed to keep him from falling any further.
14.
All right. It's going to be slow going, but you are, after what seems like an eternity, you will be able to get Jack back up onto a beam, and you will continue to be in your eagle form. And Jack will be placed rather roughly, but back onto the beam. And Carric, I guess you can tell me what you'd like to do at this point.
I will continue to pick Jack up, and I will fly towards the platform on the other end of the room.
Okay.
And there, Carric is now officially in place. I will be ferrying the rest of the Iron Lords to place over here.
All right. So you're gonna one at a time carry them over there.
Yes.
All right. Well, as you do that, then I'm gonna need you to make. Are you gonna pick Jack back up?
Sure.
All right. And I'll need you to make a strength check to be able to get him over there.
22.
Okay, so you will ferry Jack safely to the other side of this area. And then you will fly back out. Who are you going for?
Whoever's furthest. Put an Ivor back here or something.
Yeah, I was moving him. So you'll go pick up Ivor, and I need you to make a strength check for him.
16.
Okay. Draut will be made safely over there.
I'll take myself over there. I'll fly over there.
Okay. You've got, what is it? What is it? The cloak of leather.
Cloak of the Bat. Its fly speed is 40 feet.
All right. So does it fly like a bat?
You just grab the edges of it and start flying. That's what it says.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like my boots where you have to be holding onto something static for movement.
Oh no, you can fly.
Gotcha. All right. So Barron will make it over there. You got Ivor over there, and Grim is going to be the last one.
Man, I can just run, right? Or I don't carry the way.
No, I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you could walk fastly, I guess, and you'll get up there.
And
Ares is back here. He's made his way to the halfway point, and he will roll again, as the eagle will not be able to pick him up. As he crosses this beam, with all that's happening, he is trying to quickly catch up to his master, and he is going to slip on the beam, and we'll have to make a dex save.
Oh boy.
Ares is going to slip and fall. And is anybody going to do anything?
I mean, I assume the eagle would fly over there.
Okay. You will go down there to try and grab him. He is a large creature. You can try to make a strength check to see if you're able to slow the fall, but you're not going to be able to stop it completely.
How much does it weigh?
Is the eagle a large creature as well?
Yeah, I'm a large creature.
Oh, it is? Okay, I'm visualizing R2 here.
No, I'm a giant eagle.
So you're Lord of the Rings eagle here.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's my mistake. Okay, then yeah, then you make a strength check.
19.
Okay. You will successfully grab it by the not only the scruff of the neck, yeah, your talons to make sure you're probably going to pierce some skin here, but you will catch him right before he falls into the spikes, and you will now be hovering and beating your wings rather hard. I'll need you to make another strength check to actually get him back up to room level.
Natural 20.
That's nice. All right. So it'll take a few moments, but you will successfully get him back up to the other group and has successfully saved him from a tremendous amount of bludgeoning and piercing damage.
I'm going to fly back to the top left corner of the room.
Yeah, definitely do that.
If somebody wants to go with me, I'm just going to kind of stand there and point with my beak.
Who has the best investigation?
I do, but I'm an eagle.
Yeah, but second best
I have
would be.
a +2.
I would send. Yeah, I would send the bard.
What are we doing?
We're gonna go check that other door.
If you'll remember, Carric said when we came into the room that there was loot over here, supposedly.
Right, but we were just trying to not.
Die. Yeah, Draut wasn't making it there.
We were trying to get to the other side, not die.
You can certainly take me if you want. I've just got a +2 to investigation.
All right, let's go.
All right. So the giant eagle is going to grab the bard and carry him across the room. And you'll find a similar door, entryway into a little alcove that houses no globes of light in here, but it's a very small room, so it's pitch dark in here, but it seems to be a little storeroom of some sort. You'll see a variety of boxes and chests and debris and things that seem to have been left for centuries, most of it in disrepair or falling apart, but you'll see a couple of items that look like or boxes that look like they still might be intact.
I'm going to hit that twice for some reason. Anyway, I'm investigating the room for any traps.
All right. You'll take a look, and you will not, again, nothing that in the bard's experience that makes you think that any of these things are booby-trapped.
Then I'll just...
Start opening boxes?
Yep.
All right. The eagle is going to kind of perch there at the doorway, keeping a lookout. Jack is going to kind of rummage through all the debris and boxes. It's going to take maybe about 10, 15 minutes of actually, because it's whatever was in this storeroom, it was piled high, but the time is well spent. You're going to find, Jack, I mean, I can whisper it to you, or for the sake of ease, I can just tell you what it is.
Just tell it out loud. I'll pass it on to the group anyway.
Got it, bud. You found various gemstones and other items that are worth approximately 1,500 gold pieces.
Okay.
You're going to find some diamonds that are approximately worth 200 gold pieces. And you are going to find a small black little sphere that appears to be some type of pearl.
Pearl, all right. We'll take all of that. And then, for brevity's sake, I'll distribute it evenly amongst everybody.
Yes, I got 500 gold last session. I'll disperse that evenly to whoever.
Carric is going to grab Jack and carry him back across the expanse, and we'll drop him off safely. Carric, at this point, you kind of perched on that ledge. Are we going to stay in eagle form for a while, or are you going back to Carric?
I got an hour, so if I fit in the hallway, I'm going to stay in eagle.
I mean, you'll fit. You'll take up most of the hallway.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll be walking the hallway. I'm not flying in there, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all will find yourself back in this little hallway right here with stairs leading down. What's your marching order?
Oh, I'll go first.
I'll
All
take the rear.
Okay. You will work your way down this stone staircase, similar to the very steep one that you went down to get to that room with the pit. The orbs are very sporadically placed out. So to the normal person, it would be almost a completely dark stairway downward, but y'all are able to see as you go down. With that, I thought that was someone else's. Let's see here. Barron, are you checking for anything, or do we just headed down?
I'll do another investigation check. Let's see, where is it? I should know where it is by now. I'm blessed. Hang on.
I'll say it might have worn off by now.
Oh yeah. How long does it last?
It's only a minute.
Oh, okay, no. Never mind.
Okay.
It's on
Yeah.
11.
I mean, as you make your way down, I mean, again, they're just stairs to your based on that. I mean, nothing that just jumps out at you. So
I'll gingerly walk on down.
gotcha. You'll make your way down. I assume the group's not too
behind them.
all right. Group's not too far. You will make your way down to this area right here. It's kind of behind, based on the depth of the map. The stairway exit right here. You'll find yourself in a very large antechamber that appears to have doors at both ends. These are large iron doors. One that slightly to the north and one immediately to your left southern door. This room is better lit. It carries the same flaming globes spread out on the walls. There appear to be the same trappings of death and decay, lots of items that have kind of rotted away, different pieces of bone and armor, no whole bodies or anything like that. But again, it just seems to be an empty room with a door to the north and a door immediately to your left, which is to the south.
Okay, so we're basically
Right here.
down here. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'll just tell everybody. It looks clear.
I'm behind him. I'll just join him.
Yeah, keep on, make my way down.
Yep, I'll come on down.
Based on your map, Carric, what's this look like?
I'll just go.
Okay. Do we all have a copy of this map, or is it just Carric?
Well, my story, the map would have melded into my eagle form.
So okay. So describe the two doors again.
You're able to see that again. This one to the south appears to be larger than the one to the north, but they both appear to be large iron doors.
Both iron, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drew can actually talk to Carric, I believe.
True.
I understand common and giant eagle.
Drew understands animals.
If this is what the map looks like, scrape your towel.
Here, I'll talk about this. I'll just walk over to this door here.
I like that, Jack.
Start pecking on the door.
Yeah,
So what'd you do?
I'm gonna walk towards this door over here and kind of look back at the group.
Okay.
Take like a giant white shit on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
So
on my
y'all
windshield.
will approach. The group will approach the door to the north, the smaller of the two doors, and I assume that Barron is continuing to kind of take
Sure. I'll
the
investigate.
lead role in the investigation, unless it's something different.
So terrible.
You are definitely sure that this is some type of metal door.
It's a metal door. Any ideas? Or we gonna go check the other door? I can roll again.
I mean, well, I can't talk right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's doing it. I'm not clicking the damn thing. I wonder why I just hovered my mouse over it.
Jack will take a look at the door too, and he's going to kind of shrug his shoulder and say, "Yep, I mean, it looks like a standard iron door to me."
Do we
Well,
see?
we
Do we see
totally
a lock
go
on it, or is it just a shut door?
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of shut. I mean, not ajar, or it's not falling off the hinges or anything like that. It's a steel door. It's definitely something that stood the test of time.
But it doesn't look locked. So I'll just tell everybody to back up at least
All right.
30 feet.
All right. So
I'll open it.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing now.
What's this? I didn't. New phone. I mean, this thing is wild. So I went from a 6 to like a 10 something.
Oh yeah, it takes a little bit to get used to. That's what I did. I went from a 6 to a 10.
Oh yeah, you'll mourn your home button for about a week.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You'll mourn it for a week.
I can't operate a phone that has a button now. I don't.
That's what I was just about to say. Is once you get used to it, though, like if you pick up your wife's phone, I don't even know how to work it now.
I was so pissed about the home button. I was like, I don't even know how to like get to my open apps. Like,
all right, you're gonna pop. You're gonna pop up to that door, and assume you told everybody to take a healthy step back, and Barron is going to push it. It does not appear to be locked or fastened by any type of mechanism, and it will slowly open. And before you, you will see what appears to be a very large chamber that is lit by globes. Not only are they kind of in the wall, but they've had globes fastened to pedestals near, from what you can just see from right in the room, seems to be different type of stone tables or altars that have these globes fastened to them. And you'll be able to see that it leads into a large chamber that kind of opens up, matches the description thus far. Very old, decay. The smell of death kind of hits you. You're able to see as it stretches into the room the same holes, burrowing holes, or disintegrated holes. It's kind of sporadic through the ceiling, but that's kind of what you see.
can I like just take a leap in and say, "Here's Johnny"? I mean,
yeah, you most certainly can.
I'll peek in.
Okay.
What do I need to do for that?
I'm gonna peek you in.
Oh, okay.
All right, you should be able to see there.
I gotta zoom out a little bit. They look like they're American. The star on the floor, so they're probably good.
Very patriotic.
Could be Russian. Yeah.
He's got a guard in the room since I've got like.
I would say they're affiliated some way with somebody. Maybe the devil.
Druid, this is what a druid song was.
Yeah, Drew.
All right, yeah, let's go. Let's go in the room.
Yeah, I'll go in.
You can stop it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Let's all go in.
All right. So let's see if I can now successfully get everybody there. Whoa. There we go. Why is it not dragging? There we go. All right.
Go for it.
Well, there's definitely some emblems on these stones, or if they're not stones, they're worse than stones.
All right, so as the kind of the group sees with their own eyes what Barron had kind of described, again, it matches the description he provided. The large room, same structure made of stone. It's kind of like an expansive, irregular pattern, almost a circle. But you do notice strange markings on the ground and on these stone altars. I say there's like stone pedestals. Unlike the one that was in the last chamber that had a stone pedestal, you don't, especially on these that you're able to see, you don't see anything that looks like Carric and we'll have Carric do it since he's my history buff. Go ahead and make a history check for me. If there's anybody else that's history is their kind of thing.
Could I make a religion check?
Absolutely, yes.
I am not proficient in history.
Jeez.
I'm
It's been the
proficient
first
in
night of rolling.
Yeah, you aren't rolling too hot, Jimmy.
I'm not, man.
What was yours, Carric?
I'm an eagle.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I have a -1 intelligence. I'll roll if you want.
Never mind. I forgot you're an eagle. It's not every day you're an eagle, so I forgot about that. All right. Barron is going to kind of take a look at this, and he's going to recognize that he doesn't quite know what it belongs to, but you definitely get some serious religious undertones to these symbols based on the previous room with altars that you were in. Your best guess, Barron, that you'll relay to the group is the chamber above where the Holy Avenger was found with the destroyed statue and the altar. This appears to be another type of room that is significant to maybe another type of religion. It makes sense that based on how many times that this structure has changed hands, that maybe different groups or different races, maybe at different given times that have used this structure have built altars to different gods or different deities. But you definitely get some religious undertones to this room.
Yeah, and then I'll say I don't like it.
Yep, and you don't like it.
What is this red stuff growing out wall and floor?
Are you like just hanging back, or are you flying around?
How high is the ceiling?
Well, hey, hold on. Before you do that, can I say to the group, just hold on 1 second, and I want to walk down here and cast Divine Sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk down there with you, just to be not, so you're not by yourself.
Okay, I just want to come down here, and I want to cast Divine Sense and see if I can sense anything. Undead or fiend or fae, celestial.
Okay. First thing, I think Carric asked how the chamber, this matches the ones above. The ceilings in this are about 15 feet high.
Oh, so they're not super high.
No, they're not super high.
Big pits on the ground. There's no big holes to fall in.
Huh?
I said there's no pits on the ground, no holes to fall in.
Not on the ground, but there's the telltale signs that that creature that's kind of been looking or following y'all has burrowed or disintegrated or made these holes sporadically in the ceiling.
While you're an eagle, you can try to go find R2.
Well, I'll fly in and just make sure there's nothing else moving around in here.
Okay, so he'll Carric, as his eagle form, will make a kind of quick circle around the room. You'll not see. Well, first off, make an investigations check for one thing, and then
Not perception. 4.
now make a what would this one fall under? Go ahead and make a nature check for me.
What is nature? Wisdom?
Intelligence.
Yeah, it is.
Is it wisdom?
It's nature. I mean, it's intelligence.
It's intelligence.
13.
All right. And then now make a perception.
Natural 20.
All right. With your investigation check, you don't really notice anything. With your nature check, you notice as you fly around the room, these red things appear to be some type of, I don't want to say root, but it's some type of almost rootish vegetation, dark red. You're not really sure what the source of it would be, but it's things that have some type of overgrowth that's actually grown through cracks in the walls that have formed over the years. And then as for your perception, you don't hear anything that would cause you alarm.
I want to go over to one of these pedestals and investigate or look at what's on top of them.
Hey,
Okay.
did I ping anything with the divine sense?
Oh yeah. There were so many things going on, and then the divine sense, that is that's anything within, was it 60 feet or 30
Yeah,
feet?
it should cover pretty much the whole room.
Okay. As you cast that, you are going to get a read or a ping on. Let's see here. Each of the 4 pedestals.
Okay.
Hey,
Well, then I want to let the group know before Grim goes and touches anything. I want to let him know, hey guys, I'm sensing something on those 4 pedestals.
Do you have a sense of what it might be?
So I would know. Yeah, divine sense does let me know what it is.
Okay. It
says I will. I will know. I can detect good and evil, sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend, undead. And I know what type it is, but not specific names.
It's undead.
So I would know if it's like a vampire, but I wouldn't know if it's like a count or something like that. So I know the specific type of undead.
Okay. These would be you've actually encountered these before. Well, the group has, but yeah, you get the sense that there's some undead gas.
All right. I'm gonna relate that to Graham and the rest of the group.
Very good.
Eric's just gonna land here by his friends and wait for something to happen.
All right. So what's are we taking?
I will.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my shield on my back, and I'm gonna pull out that new Holy Avenger.
Okay.
what are these chests up here?
Jack kind of takes a look as Carric is flying around as the eagle, and Draut is warning the group of things he's getting pinged off of these pedestal stone altar type things. Jack is going to take notice of some debris and boxes that appear to be in the north east corner. They appear to be somewhat intact.
Yeah, well, I just go look at this little pedestal here.
All right, I'm gonna go with him.
And Jack, are you gonna go take a look at these boxes and things up to the northeast?
Yeah, I'm gonna move up.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Well,
And
hang on. I'm gonna move up a little bit. Ivor's gonna hang back by the door with Aries.
okay.
Is that cool? I don't want to be moving tokens without.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. So you Graham walks up to, it looks like this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I'm with him.
All right. And what are you going to do?
And just you can take a look at it, either perception or investigation, whatever you want.
All right. If you're just going to kind of take a look at it, make an investigation check.
Yep.
Like a pillar?
Don't continue in combat.
With that type of roll, the only thing that Graham is able to ascertain from this is that there appears to be a seam right under about 2 inches down from the top of the pedestal that kind of goes all the way around. It would lead you to believe that it's some type of stone cover or top. Or that.
So nothing on top.
There's some etchings and marks that you don't recognize, but I mean, again, based on your adventures, I was looking for the correct word, something almost like a stone crypt or coffin, so to speak.
Yeah, there's definitely dead guys buried in there.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, y'all want to look inside, or what do you want to do? I mean,
You might see a way out of this room.
What's this black thing over here?
It's a hole in the floor.
Are there any holes in the ceiling?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's been the constant.
Is there another door in this room?
That's what I said. Does anybody see a way out of here?
Well, at this point, Carric is the only one that's flown around, and he was.
I'm gonna walk over to this root that's by itself and just kind of like tap on it with my beak.
Okay. It doesn't taste like anything you'd want to eat,
All right, I'll grab it with my talon and tear it off.
but Carric made 3 checks: an investigation, perception, and a nature. He failed the investigation. If you remember, he didn't see anything. I think he rolled like a 3 or 4, something like that.
It wasn't just.
Are you basing him pecking his beak on his investigation check?
No, I'm talking about Draut asked if there was any, has anybody looked for any exits that I was referring to that at this point, Carric is the only one that's flown around and actually checked anything besides the altar.
That I didn't succeed on that one.
Right,
But be like a casket.
When he touched that thing with his beak, nothing happened.
No, it just appears to be, again, some type of very thick subterranean root, or not vegetation because there's no leaves or anything on it, but it's growing, like it's crowding out of and growing out of the walls of the stone.
Gotcha. I was just confused about who made the check.
So what are we gonna do, guys?
I'm gonna look at this hole.
Based on the history check I made, I can do it again. Do the symbols on top mean anything, or can we even see the symbols?
No, Grim took a look at when he was investigating. He saw the symbols. The symbols don't really mean anything that he was able to ascertain.
Okay. I must have walked away for that.
I mean, other people are free to look around the room and investigate. Again, at this point, Carric's the only one that's done that.
Well, before we start jacking with these pillars, we can go look at the stuff over in the corner, north east corner, or if there's a hole in the wall on the northwest.
Yeah, I'll walk over here and look at these boxes. I mean,
There you go.
Why it happened to me, but that's fine.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigations check.
So good at this.
You actually walk right past the boxes.
Into the wall.
Into the wall.
All right. Hey, I want to go to the middle of the room, or the middle of this little star,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna start praying.
Okay.
You like
I'm trying to just bring some good juju here.
who was it that stood in the middle of the Dallas Cowboys star? T.O.
Do I see anything in the hole?
You can make an investigations check since you're specifically looking down in the hole.
12.
I mean, based on your vision, I mean, you're not able to see anything, but I mean, you kind of disappears, your sight disappears into the continuous darkness. It appears to be some type of fissure in the rock that kind of continues on past the extent of your vision, but you don't see anything that kind of, pops out at you.
Like, you're still an eagle, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you can't tell us that?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna see him over there, and I'm gonna go walk over there with him and look, see if I can see anything
Okay, in the hole or just in this area?
in the hole.
Okay.
What do I need? Investigation or?
Yeah, it would be an investigation, but you probably don't have as good a vision as the eagle. But
Well, I got dark vision.
you see the same thing that
Natural 20. Oh, no. Yeah.
you saw the same thing again. You wouldn't know what he saw, but you see the same thing I just described to Carric. It's just a fissure in the rock that kind of stretches on beyond past your vision distance.
I don't see. Okay.
Is this like a tent over here?
It's just tarp and stuff covering the boxes that you walk past.
Okay. Did I at least see the boxes?
I mean, yeah, you see the boxes, but it's just such a large debris. You didn't find anything particularly in them.
I'll badge the group and say, what do y'all see? I mean, Carric can't answer, but
I got boxes.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some assistance here. If your stupid eagle would have given the map to somebody, or someone else wants to take an investigation check around the room, you might find something.
all right.
I'll try an investigation check, brother.
I'm gonna say I'll just go stand in the middle of the room and do an investigation check at this point.
Hey,
There we go. Perfect. Jack gets fed up with everybody, the bird pecking on stuff, and
Yeah, you're just pecking on this coffin.
so Jack is going to start where he's at and counterclockwise start checking around the room. You're going to come upon the boxes with that check. You're going to stop and rummage through the boxes, and you're going to find the following items. You're going to spend about 10 minutes looking through all the debris and trash. You're going to find a stash of different vials, and these are the items in which you find. I won't leave them in the magical item list, but I've got them posted here just for your reference at the moment. Well, you're going to find that. You're going to find that, and you're going to find that. All right, and after you find these vials of different liquids, you're going to continue your study of the walls as you go around, and as you get, where's your token? As you get over here, you're going to clear away some of these roots, and you're going to find a very large stone door.
I'm going to check that door for traps. I probably have an awful.
All right, you should be able to see it now. All right, yeah, you'll find this large stone door, and you take a look at. It seems to be, shut tightly after, potentially eons of non-use, but you don't see anything that kind of raises an alarm.
I said we get out of this crypt of death.
Yeah. I'll go
Y'all
Jack.
aren't curious?
Do what?
Y'all aren't curious? What's in these?
Yeah, you know what they say.
Yeah. I mean, no, I'm not either, but.
At this point, the amount of time that you've spent in the room, Carric's eagle spell is going to have worn off.
Guys, we really made good use of that polymorph spell. That was awesome.
Yeah, thanks for that though.
Hey, yeah, well, another party never saved.
So,
Does anyone want any of these potions while we're at it? Fire resistance, one makes you absorb light, and the other one.
Now that Carric's out, and he's going to take a look around again with his normal stats. How about that?
okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
the 15-foot ceiling, he's kind of not much you can do with an eagle.
Yeah, I got a 23 for investigation.
All right. You're going to follow behind Jack and kind of retrace his steps. He did a really good job of covering the room. You don't see anything else besides what he's already found on the exterior of the room and what Bryn has already found or asked.
Yeah,
We'll kind of take a look at the altars a little more closely, and you will definitely be able to confirm that these appear to be some type of coffins or crypts with a stone top that looks like it could be slid or moved off. This is also definitely a large stone door that seems to be, sealed shut from disuse, and that's about what you're able to check and see in the room.
Do I recognize the symbols on the coffins?
No.
All right, well, if we're not messing with these dudes, I'm going to put the Holy Avenger back up and get my regular shield and sword out.
Okay. So,
Carric.
go ahead.
I said, tally ho.
Since he's back in human form, he'll remind everybody, hey, and he'll hold up the map to each person and sear it into your brain. Remember, you have a copy of the map in your map inventory.
Draut doesn't know how to read maps.
Don't demean me by calling me human, by the way.
What?
So,
I'm an elf.
Oh, yeah.
So I assume someone will walk up to the door and make an investigations check, and I assume we will pass the investigation check because there is no trap on this, but it does.
Oh yeah, I already made the investigation check.
Yeah, it is. Again, it just appears to be very sturdily sealed, like it would take a good bit of effort to get open, because it's been again overgrown for so long with these roots that have kind of held it covered up and shut.
All right, then I'll try to tear away the roots and open it.
All right, so make a strength check for me.
I'll aid him in doing that.
Okay,
So just roll with advantage.
perfect. Okay. Drew is going to yank, and he's going to get a slight bit of movement out of one hinge, one part of the door, but he's going to still require some additional effort.
Well, if I rolled with advantage, that was a 21.
It's still.
I'll say I'll help him. Here,
Okay.
I was typing. Sorry. I'll come help. Strength check or
Strength.
Okay.
All right. With that, Barron is going to come up, and it's going to take a good number of seconds before you're able to get some significant movement. But once it gets started, it does pull open, and a very, very stagnant air will hit you in the face. These doors haven't been opened in a long time, and you will be facing what appears to be another chamber that is lit. And this, I assume this is the direction that you want to go. All right, so as y'all all kind of pass through, for simplicity's sake, you will find yourself in a chamber just past here that is same make, model, and style as all the previous rooms. Same makeup as far as height of ceiling and stone, smell of decay. This being probably a little bit worse than all the previous rooms, with this door having been sealed for so long. You'll find some stairs that go up. Carric, being out of his eagle form, will kind of nod and let you know that this continues to match what he's seen on the map.
Let's go up then.
I'm giving the oil of darkness to Barron, by the way.
All right. Y'all will work your way up the stairs. You'll reach an area, again, as with other, not every door, but as with some of the doors you've already encountered, there is no physical door. It's long since fallen and rotted away, this one being made of wood. But it is an entryway that leads into another chamber. And at the western end of that room, you'll see what appears to be a gate with engravings on it that appears to be the face of a dwarf with a river or running water etched underneath it. Make a investigations check. Carric, since you're the one that's got this piece of paper.
16.
Comparing it to the map and what you see, it leads you to believe that this is the correct direction for the area of, I guess what we'd call the underground water chamber that powers the door, based on the book, the journal that you found of the king that was responsible for the construction of this place. This appears to be marking that this would be the direction deeper into the mountain where the underground water source would be.
I'll point at it and say, "Come on, boys."
Let's go.
If anybody want to make a check for the door,
Heck yeah.
Look at
I
it.
said there wasn't more.
all right. It appears to be again a large stone door with these etchings. You don't see anything, Baron, that kind of causes you suspicion. You will open it.
What do the etchings look like? History.
Just what I described. Carric would have passed that on to you. It appears to be the face of a dwarf.
We wouldn't know why.
Huh?
We wouldn't know anything more than that.
No, it's just a rough sketch or chisel of a dwarf
Okay.
with what appears to be some type of stream or running water, some type of picture of water underneath.
Okay. I was just checking.
All right. You will head into this room that has a very steep, it's not a ladder, but a very steep section of stairs that leads up. As y'all walk into this room, this is what you will see. You'll kind of find yourself. Why does this never work the first time when I do it? Why is it not dragging? All right. You ever have that where it won't let you drag the player ribbon?
Yeah, sometimes it will
It won't let me drag it.
funky.
All right, not this one. I'm just trying to get it closer. There we go.
Yeah, if you're trying to cross multiple maps, sometimes it doesn't like that.
All right. Y'all will find yourself in a room that has these glass spheres and orbs that you have seen throughout. There appears to be, they've been embedded into the ground in the center of the room. It lights up the room fairly well. There's a few on the wall as well. And before you are able to see what appears to be a very large, Baron's in the lead. Let's see here. A very large stone structure or something raised above you based on where you're at in the room.
Okay. Am I supposed to be on a new map or no?
Hmm?
Are we on a new map or not?
Oh, that's right, because it's got you. It's still got your token. There he goes. All right, I had to lump you back with.
Yeah, I was confused.
Sorry. All right.
All right. So say that again. The stone structure.
There's something that appears to be some large stone piece of structure or sculpture or something just to the north, based on just walking into the room.
I see. I think I see the base of that stone structure, but that would be it. That'd be all I see.
I mean, at this point, y'all are able to take. You just tell me what you're doing. Y'all have your own tokens and stuff.
I'll skirt the wall and just kind of move into the room.
Yeah, I want to start blowing out these candles.
But they're not candles; they're those spears.
Yeah, I know. I just thought it'd be funny.
Make a wish. Happy birthday.
Yeah. But I'm not stepping inside that circle.
No,
Looks
yeah,
like
I'm gonna skirt the wall and move around.
Yeah.
As Carric, I see him walking around as he's doing what you'll describe to the group that's not moving. It appears to be a very large, ornate sarcophagus or coffin or stone crypt.
Hey, Drew, we need your undead thing up here.
Looks like some golden child shit. I'm not getting in the middle of that.
Oh man, I forgot about that. Great movie.
Is there oatmeal in here?
Yeah, that's right. Bloody oatmeal.
Is there a bald kid in a cage in the middle of that? Because I'm not doing it.
Do I see something up here in the top right? What's that up there?
Yeah, it's basically just what appears to be a table. If you make an investigations check,
22.
You'll find a table and chair that and a small bookcase and things like that that appear to be kind of ornate. They're still in disrepair and they're decaying, but not at the pace that everything else in this structure is decayed at. It appears to be of higher quality. You'll find a collection of kind of rotting books and things on the desk.
I shall. You said one of the books looks different than the others?
No, just they've kind of held up longer. They were, printed, quote unquote, on, it looks like better material or bound better. They've withstood the test of time better than the other things you found in this place.
How about a little detect magic up in this room?
Okay. Let's see here. Nothing pings off of, I was reading the detect magic. No, nothing pings off of it.
I just got to work my way up here.
Okay. You'll see the same stuff that kind of Carric has described to you.
I guess I'll take a minute and start reading the book. Do I understand the language?
Yes, you do understand the language. There are different books that seem to be about different items in different languages. There's some things written in Dwarvish, things written in Elvish, things written in Common. Of the ones that you are able to read, which I assume is most of them, you're going to be able to ascertain that these are some of additional memoirs of the king, some of his books that he has collected over the years, and you, based on that, do me a favor, make an insight check.
No. Why am I at disadvantage on everything? 13.
With that, you'll be able to kind of piece the puzzle together that this more than likely are some of his personal belongings and personal books. And based on what you see in the center of the room, you would take a guess that this is probably the king's tomb.
And the king was a dwarf?
No.
Okay, couldn't say, because that's a big old tomb there in the middle. What about these guys here? They don't ping my detect magic?
No, they're just statues.
All right, I'm going to wander around to the other side of the room just to kind of try and coat the room.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure nothing pings.
Right. Yep. Yeah. You do not get any magical pings until you get up here.
All right, I'll go and investigate over there. What's pinging? I should say. I should see them around.
These there appears to be a collection of these three glass spheres, but unlike the ones that kind of are evenly spaced throughout the entire structure where you've been, with the exception of the stairs that you've been on a couple of times, and the ones that are embedded in the floor, these are, instead of evenly spaced out, they appear to be very close together, all three of them. And you can see the flicker of the fire elementals in there, but you are getting something specific to this area that would not be the elementals themselves. That appears to be these spheres seem to be different type of a sphere, a little bit more ornate, and you seem to be getting a little bit of ping of the magic of something magical with these.
What school of magic?
It would be.
Oh, it's not evocation.
That means it is.
Big play.
Hey, what are these things over here?
I'm trying to find it. Hold on one second. All right, enchantment.
Enchant? Whoa. And what exactly is glowing? The orbs themselves are glowing? What's up? Is it just the wall itself or the orbs, the 3 orbs?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on. I've got multiple items. Hold on. I'm in the wrong. Hold on. I got so many tabs here. Hold on. No, those are evocation. You got it. I can't say it.
Yeah. So they're bombs.
Yeah, those. I guess you could kind of say those are calls some type of manipulation of magical energy for a desired effect of some sort.
Hey guys, there's something trap-ish over here.
And Graham, you were Graham. What were you asking?
I was asking, what is this? Is that like just part of the wall? Those little planks?
Make an investigations check.
Oh, great.
I will assist since I'm proficient for that extra 1 point there. Good job.
You're going to work your way up. These appear to be bookcases of some sort. But as you kind of work your way north, you are going to stop at the northernmost one, nearest Carric. And you're going to notice that there appears to be some deep ruts or what you would consider possibly tracks cut out, grooved into the stone ground, almost as if this were to have been known to move in one direction or the other.
I guess I would like to look for traps on this bookshelf.
Go for it.
11.
What is that he's drinking out of?
That's the same goblet he always drinks out of.
I haven't seen that.
I got 11.
Okay. You will kind of take a look at it. You don't find any traps, but it does not appear to be just a bookcase. I mean, this is most definitely something else other than a bookcase.
I'll remember the mimic that I faced, and I'll tell Graham to touch it and back up.
All right, guys. Well, Jack is going to go invisible and go to bed.
Okay.
All right.
Doing this. See y'all.
All
Right,
right.
man.
Good night, bro. Good night.
What's on the ground here? Was that something on the ground?
It's just rubble.
Mm-hmm. Anything on this bookshelf worth taking?
Oh, on the bookcase, no. Everything's kind of rotted away.
Graham, that's some kind of secret door there, but it might blow up if you touch it. So.
That'd be a super secret door.
Mm-hmm.
Are
Are there any books on that bookshelf?
I mean, everything is kind of, again, nothing was of the quality that seemed to be of the king's.
Like the actual door mechanism. Is there like a random book that's still sitting up on the bookshelf?
You will, both you and Grim are taking a look at it. So both of y'all roll, now that you know that's not just a bookcase, both of y'all roll investigation again.
18 for me.
Okay. Grim's going to go, I'm not even sure that this is a door anymore. It might actually be a bookcase. And Carric, you are going to notice, similar to what you saw when y'all first really took a close look when y'all first got here and you saw the spheres that had not at that point in time been lit up, you're going to notice some embedded almost tubing or what you can consider conduits that run from the back of the back of this bookcase / door to the corner and to these orbs over here that are close together.
I will pull out my Pearl of Power.
Okay.
And I will point at the 3 orbs that I know are magical with an evocation spell of some kind, and I will cast Dispel Magic.
All right. Let's two things. One, because you said something that made me remember. We're going to say while y'all were spending 30 minutes in the other room, we're going to retcon something real quick. Jack handed you that pearl that he.
Oh, yeah, black one. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, and it was what made me think of it is he found a pearl of power.
Oh, another one. Nice.
So it requires attunement, but he can. We'll say he has it. We just need somebody remind me to tell him that that's what it was. Carric checked it out for him, so he can keep it. I don't know how many he's got or whether he wants to attune to it. He may want to give it to somebody else, but.
I got
I figured you would have checked it immediately, but you were still an eagle at the time when he found it.
Yeah, well, I would assume that next time we rested, I would gather everybody's loot and whatever.
And I assume that everybody, y'all can go back and check it since it's being recorded. I'm going to go ahead when we're done with this. Since they're not technically magical items that we care about their long-term use, I'm going to take off once everybody knows what it is, these potions, because y'all can keep up with what they do.
Yeah, they're. I had them displayed for a while. I got a timestamp on them, so.
Perfect. All right. So you're going to cast now. Going back, you're going to cast Dispel Magic. You said.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. When you cast Dispel Magic on that, they will go out. And with that, the door that Grim is standing in front of will actually, you'll begin to hear a very large rumble, and it will slide open.
Yay! I solved your bookcase door puzzle.
Oh, it was supposed to be, I was on the wrong layer. I tell you what, sometimes these layers, you were supposed to be able to see it.
They can do the layers better.
There we go. All right. It was here. And it was dark, and now it's slid down, and behind it, kind of recessed back, and then down out of the way. So it opens up into a chamber that looks like a very quick dog leg to the left that goes downward. But as you do that, you will hear some rumbling behind you. And you will hear some growls as this door lurches open, and you will see a couple of things. Everybody make perceptions checks.
A natural 20 I can't use. I'm really ready for a couple long rests.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
All right. Grim is going to be the first one to key on something. He's immediately going to turn around, and he's going to see a creature drop from one of the holes.
Oh, good.
And he's also going to see multiple other ones drop. I'll do those in just a second. There's and as he sees this, let's see, 20, Carric 15. Carric is going to notice he's standing closest to it that the stone top on the crypt is starting to open and slide open, and Draut is going to be oblivious that the thing he's standing next to behind him is opening.
I'll just say to Draut quickly, hey, you might want to pull out that fancy sword again.
Which I will do. I'll put up my sword and shield and grab the Holy Avenger.
Here. All right. So that will be opening. You'll see those things pop down, and as this top slides off, you will see a familiar sight, but it appears to be a bit larger than some of the others, not by much, but one of those whites kind of stands up in the crypt with a crown on his head.
Ooh, I like crowns.
And with that, we would be in combat. And I would need everybody to roll initiative.
We're doing combat without the bard.
I'm just going to go ahead and roll initiative. Y'all can decide whether you want to proceed. And I think everyone except for Carric is in there. Ivor. And we will roll for Jack's.
Oh yeah.
I got it.
Okay. I don't think I have control of this sheet.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll real quick.
15.15. That's pretty good. He did 0.15 better than me.
Yeah, I just noticed that he's got 14.15 in his character sheet.
Dex, probably.
Dex, it's to break a tie. Whoever has a high dex.
For a tiebreaker, 2 initiatives, the higher Dex goes.
Well, so it does that automatically, but I'm talking about on his character sheet. It's actually typed in there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably an option on the character sheet.
Yeah.
Oh. It threw me for a loop. All right, so he's. Whoa, I don't see. So we're just gonna say he's. We'll say he's 16 because that's gonna drive me nuts. Since that broke the tie. All right, I think that's everybody in there, right? Oh wait, Aries.
Oh, tell us exactly how many enemies are in this room.
8 other monsters to add in there.
Yeah.
All right, so all right, that's everybody. Descending. All right,